Hello and welcome to this introduction of printing white. Over the next few minutes I will explain the basics of white printing and how it's being used within the sign and graphics industry to revolutionise the way we produce certain jobs. There is nothing new about printing white. Users of thermal technology machines have been printing with white ribbons for many years, and CADLink have long been a market leader when it comes to providing first-class software solutions to run these types of device. More recently, we have seen the introduction of white ink technology used with large format digital printers. With CADLink's wealth of experience in this area and a proven record for creating highly functional, user-friendly software solutions, we believe our latest SignLab package and dedicated white module is second to none. Shortly I will outline some of the great features we have implemented for printing with white, but first let's start with the basics. At this point you may be asking yourself, why do I need white? Well, take a look at this sign. The whole image has been produced on a digital printer. It's true to say that most large format inkjet printers could produce this, but it could be done more economically using a machine with a white inkset and SignLab. I will explain more on this shortly, but first I'll outline some details about white printing in general. Most inkjet printers print using a 4-colour process. Those colours are cyan, magenta, yellow and black. When an image is printed out, whether that be to a large format printer or even a simple desktop one, the required quantities of those colours are mixed together to create the tones you will see on the paper in your finished print. It's the job of your chosen software to work out what amount of which colour is required and when. If white material is not used in your device, then the finished job will look nothing like it was intended. For instance, printing the image to a black material would look faded and washed out. This is because 5 colours are really already being used to complete your design on the paper as you see it on screen. Your cyan, magenta, yellow and black, and the white of the substrate to complete the entire image. As a simple demonstration, take a look at these prints. The first one is on regular white paper. As you would expect, the end results are fine. I am left with a perfect image. Now look at the same image printed onto clear media. The result is much different. Even though exactly the same quantities of cyan, magenta, yellow and black were applied, nearly all of the colours are wrong and washed out, and any elements of white or light tones are missing. The simple reason why is I did not have the white paper in the finished print to complete the tones. If I were to print the image onto any other colour paper, the results would be different again. To produce this image successfully on a non-white substrate, I would require a printer that could print with white ink, and software that knows when and where to apply it. In simple terms, the white ink used emulates the missing paper. Let's take another look at the second image I printed on the clear cell. It looks dull and washed out, but imagine I had been able to first put down a layer of white ink on the clear media, but only in the places my image would be printed. I will now use this piece of paper to represent my white ink layer. Watch as I place it under the clear media. The once washed out colours now look as you would expect. This is the basic principle behind all white printing, and it's the process of knowing when and where to put white ink down that is made so simple by CADLink's latest products. This principle would enable the watch to be printed onto any colour vinyl without altering the tones of the actual image. So now let's return to the lion red sign I showed you at the start. When producing this using a large format printer, I basically have 2 ways to approach it, and the first would be to print the entire image onto white vinyl in one pass. To print this dense area of rich red colour would take time even on today's fast machines, and the cost of applying this quantity of ink would not be cheap. The second way to produce a sign would be to buy in the red vinyl, print and then contour cut the lion image and the text, and then mount them on the top. Although this would be the better method of the two, it would still be labour intensive with the extra cutting, weeding and laying up, etc. So with the ability to print white, another method is available, and that is to print the lion and the text directly onto red vinyl. Using SignLab, I can specify an area of white ink to be applied under the image but nowhere else. This underbase is then applied to the red vinyl before my cyan, magenta, yellow and black. The method will ensure the job is completed by one machine, saving you time and money. The method in which the underbase is applied to the vinyl depends on the printer being used. Some devices work by applying the entire white layer first and then rewinding the media before applying the colour on top. Other machines divide the print head into separate areas, so as the front part of the head lays down white ink, the rear part follows with the colour on top. It's also possible to print additional white highlights at the same time as the CMYK. This will add impact and greater opacity to your prints. Regardless of how a printer achieves a white print, the way we prepare an image in Synab remains a simple process. Built-in step-by-step wizards add ease and functionality to an otherwise complex task. With the ability to print white comes a whole host of new possibilities. As well as being able to print white onto any coloured vinyl, it's also possible to print onto specialist medias like silver, gold or even holographic. This will undoubtedly give you an edge over the competition. Using the unique see-through sign wizard that comes with the CADLink White module, you'll be able to create vision control panels that emulate the effects created by perforated medias, but instead of being tied to one size and design of perforation, you can create custom transparent areas of any shape and size. To help you understand these new tools better, and to allow you to get the most from Synlab, CADLink have created a whole new range of online tutorials available for you to watch or download absolutely free. Even if you are not yet using Synlab, why not register on our website and check out our info source area. This is a dedicated online information and support centre. If you have or are considering buying a device with the ability to print white, then why not talk to your CADLink dealer today to find out more about how Synlab's white module will help you get the most from your machine.